Welcome to the World News. I'm Randolf Jamias for stories around the globe. First up, New England residents had to clean up snow Sunday after a winter storm dumped up to a foot of snow across the region. Volunteer crews helped clear Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, home to the New England Patriots, before the game against the Miami Dolphins. 6 to 12 inches fell in eastern Massachusetts, eastern Connecticut, and Rhode Island. People spent the day shoveling snow from steps and blowing it from sidewalks and driveways. Moving on, a new technology capable of converting waste plastics into crude oil helped win the U.S. off foreign oil while helping solve the growing garbage problem, so long as the price of oil stays above $80 per barrel. Dirty mixed plastics separated from the trash are ground to a pulp, packed into a giant steel cartridge and dropped into this machine. It's cooked to a gas of 800 degrees Fahrenheit, cooled and condensed into synthetic crude oil.
Since plastic, at least the backbone for plastic, comes from crude oil, we can unzip it and kind of cut it up into small pieces and turn it back into the crude oil from whence it came.
The potential for the process is enormous. Less than 15% of the plastic generated in the United States is reused, leaving some 29 million tons to be buried in landfills each year.
Because the recycling facilities currently don't have a way to separate those materials out into their different types of plastic. So that's why it comes to the landfill, because it's not economical to separate it out, or the markets are marginal.
We've got a solution that not only solves a particularly difficult and thorny waste problem, that is mixed waste plastics, but a solution that gives us a new source, an alternative source, and a drop-in replacement for fossil crude.
The new oil doesn't come cheap, but Ulum says so long as the price of oil stays above $80 per barrel, it can compete. Still in the U.S., with the start of 2013, workers were busy placing the final roses and carnations on the many floats that will help bring in the new year at the 124th Tournament of Roses Parade. The iconic event started out as a part of a travel campaign promoting Southern California's endless summer by showcasing a floral parade under powder blue skies in the middle of winter.
Across our 20 floats, you're looking at least 200,000 roses. You're also looking at about 120,000 carnations. And also on top of that, you're also looking at about 60,000 Gerbera daisies. All of that will be displayed on New Year's Day. There's always 5 days of decoration once we get past December the 25th and Christmas. So once you get into December 26th, the vibe usually stays a little mellow into the 26th, into the 27th. Once the flowers start getting out, starting on the 29th, the building does come alive, because now all of a sudden these floats take a life of their own and they jump right out at you.
With that in mind, Monday is also expected to be a busy day, as the hundreds of thousands parade goers will be looking to claim the best spot on the parade route. The Tournament of Roses parade takes place on New Year's Day. Meanwhile, ahead of the new year, the residents of Kazakhstan's former capital Almaty took to the city's colorful environs to enjoy the frosty days on Sunday. Medeo skating rink has traditionally been the favorite place of the Almaty residents. On winter weekends, it is usually flooded by the residents who come to enjoy skating, but for those who chose to stroll along the river on Sunday could witness an unusual gathering on the river bank. About a dozen men and women in swimwear dipping into the Budakovka's icy cold waters. After bathing in the river, the people gathered in a circle in the snowy forest to sing an anthem of their health community. These ice swimmers are the followers of healer Porfiry Ivanov, who believe that by removing clothes while outdoors in cold weather and swimming in icy water, people become closer to nature. In sports news, the Shack Arena usually sees football matches being played, but on Saturday, biathlon took over, where two-time Olympic champion Magdalena Neuner and her highly decorated career in a final gala event. The German last competed professionally 9 months ago, but didn't fail to dazzle her fans one last time.
Magdalena Noina bid farewell to biathlon in style. First, the 12-time world champion swooped into the Feltons Arena on wires. Then she claimed second in her last ever competition. Showing no let-up in concentration, Noina put in a bravura final performance. She even excelled in the shooting, previously never her strong point. In front of a 50,000-strong crowd, Noina eventually finished behind Italy's Dorothea Viera. But the 25-year-old had no regrets.
This capped things off perfectly. The stadium was jam-packed. I put in another good performance, and emotionally, I really enjoyed it.
It was also a last outing for triple Olympic gold medalist Michael Greis. He finished the mixed relay in 6th place, just as Noina bid her adoring fans goodbye.
Next up, a dolphin trainer who works in a dolphinarium in Sebastopol, Ukraine, Bogdan Dolji, has trained a 15-year-old dolphin, Gosha, to jump out of the water and to crawl about 10 meters alongside the swimming pool. Dolji said the Black Sea bottlenose dolphin, weighing 200 kilograms, made the first attempt to jump out of the water and to crawl on his own in the summer and seemed to enjoy it. The Sebastopol Dolphinarium hosts about 10 dolphins on a steady basis, but only 3 are being continuously trained for stunts. Biologist Alexander Jabanov said dolphins are well known for their ability to enjoy the training as a game. For our last story, a dog can inspire patience before the turn of the year. The dog in the U.S. state of Colorado with a can-do attitude has not only inspired his owners, but he's also inspiring hospital patients. Let's take a look.
High in the mountains near Steamboat Springs.
Think of any household with 5 or 6 animals in it. You're going to see chaos.
There's Melissa.
I'm a nurse at Yampa Valley Medical Center in Steamboat.
Ken.
I've worked as a paramedic.
5 dogs and a cat.
When it's time to eat, of course, it's crazy time.
Down. Sit down.
The Rogers family stays quite busy.
Yeah.
Kind of who we are. We tend to adopt pets with disabilities and do everything we can to try to help them.
It wasn't always like this.
7 years ago, we saw a news piece about a little dog that was born without his front legs, and they were looking for a home for him.
Enter Can-Do.
Has a can-do attitude that nothing's going to stop him. He'll go up steps, try to go swimming.
Can-Do's missing 2 front legs like his friend Lucy.
We don't think they're any different than any other dog. He always just was on his chest.
So the family who took these 2 in decided they'd do something about it.
We started working on little devices for him. It's a lot of trial and error. Well then,
Ken doesn't really have a name for it.
ready to go.
Good jump.
But he knows whatever it is, it works.
They suddenly have more mobility than they ever have.
A beautiful day for a walk.
Yet for as mobile as these dogs are, their owners believe therapy
All right, your turn.
is still completely necessary.
All right, you want to get to the hospital, dude? Here we go.
Out on the mono?
Out on the monoski, yeah.
Awesome.
Twice a month,
Good boy. We thought, wow, wouldn't Can-Do make a nice therapy animal?
Can-Do or Lucy
This will be fun.
will come to the Yampa Valley Medical Center.
Would you like a doggy visit today?
Since they are better themselves, they have a way to make others better.
Can-Do. Come on, Dewey. When they see Can-Do, though, they oftentimes forget about what's wrong with them.
They're just the coolest with the wheels.
This is quite a special family, making life more livable.
I think this is great.
3 wheels at a time,
Hey, Debug.
with a can-do desire.
So to show people, you know, if this dog can do it, you can do it too.
That's truly inspiring. And that's the first half of our stories. Don't go away. We'll be back shortly.